Good day everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the topic entitled Indigenous Science in the Philippines. So what is indigenous science is all about? Indigenous science refers to the traditional knowledge, systems, practices, and beliefs that have been developed by indigenous peoples over generation to understand the natural world, solve problems, and maintain sustainable relationships with their environment. In the Philippine context, indigenous science encompasses the traditional knowledge and practices of various indigenous groups and communities in the country. While indigenous science often takes a holistic approach considering the interconnectedness of living beings and the environment, it views humans as part of nature rather than separate of it. Indigenous science encompasses sustainable practices that ensure the long-term health and balance of ecosystems. It values the importance of conserving natural resources for future generations. Traditional knowledge in indigenous science is often passed down orally from generation to generation. Resources, preserving cultural practices, values, and beliefs. While indigenous science recognizes the inherent value of nature and promotes a harmonious relationships with the environment. It values biodiversity and respects the role of plants, animal, and natural forces. Indigenous science is often rooted in communal practices and shared knowledge with the indigenous communities.
In the Philippines, various indigenous groups have developed and utilized traditional knowledge and practices in different areas such as agriculture, medicine, disaster preparedness, and navigation. Here are some specific examples of indigenous knowledge and practices in this field. First, we have agriculture. The Ipugo people of Cordillera region are known for their intricate rice-to-race farming system, which dates back over 2,000 years. The Ifugao sustainable agriculture practice involves the construction of terraces that utilize natural irrigation system and maintain soil fertility. This traditional knowledge has allowed them to cultivate rice in the rugged mountain landscape effectively. Moreover, the Lumad indigenous peoples in Mindanao practice agroforestry, a land use system that integrate trees, crops, and livestock. They plant a diverse range of crops alongside trees, which help conserve soil, provide shade, and improve biodiversity. This farming this sustainable farming method contributes to the preservation of the environment and support their food security. The second one, we have medicine. The Mangyan people of Mindoro have the rich tradition of using medicinal plants for healing various ailments. They have a deep knowledge of the properties and use of different herbs and plants for treating common illnesses. Traditional healers in the community play a crucial role in administrating herbal remedies and maintaining the health of their people. In addition, the Babaylan, spiritual leaders and healers among various indigenous groups in the Philippines, use a combination of prayers, rituals, and natural remedies to address physical, mental, and spiritual health issues. Their holistic approach to healing focuses on restoring balance and harmony within the individual and the community. And the third one, we have disaster preparedness. The Aita indigenous communities in Zambales and other parts of Luzon have developed knowledge and practices for surviving natural disasters such as typhoons, landslide, and volcanic eruption. They have traditional warning system, evacuation method, and coping strategies based on their understanding of the local environment and natural hazards. And the fourth one, we have navigation. The Sama Bajo people, known as the Sinomads, have exceptional navigational skills that have been passed down through generations. They use traditional knowledge of the stars, ocean currents, and weather patterns to navigate the seas without modern instruments. Their expertise in marine navigation enables them to travel long distance and sustain their livelihoods through fishing and trade. These examples highlights the significance of indigenous knowledge and practices in various aspects of Filipino culture and livelihoods. Indigenous science plays a vital role in preserving traditional wisdom, promoting sustainability and fostering resilience in indigenous communities in the Philippines.
The indigenous practice in the Philippines have made significant contribution to the development of science and technology in the country. These traditional knowledge systems have provided valuable insight, techniques, and innovation that have influenced modern scientific understanding and technological advancement. Here are some ways in which indigenous practice have contributed to the development of science and technology in the Philippines. Indigenous agriculture practice such as the rice terraces farming of Ifugao and agroforestry of Lumad have demonstrated sustainable land use, soil conservation, and biodiversity prevention. These practices have influenced modern agriculture methods by promoting eco-friendly approaches that minimize environmental impact and ensure long-term food security. The principle of soil fertility, water conservation, and crop diversity from indigenous agriculture have inspired organic farming movements and agroecology practice in the country. The extensive knowledge of medical plants and herbal remedies among indigenous groups like the Mangyan and the Babaylan has contributed to the field of entomology. Researchers have studied traditional healing practice to identify bioactive compounds in plants and development technical product based on indigenous knowledge. The utilization of herbal medicine as an interactive of complementary approach in healthcare has led to integration of traditional healing practice into modern healthcare system. Indigenous community practice
Traditional healing practices and herbal medicine used by indigenous communities have been validated by modern scientific research for their efficacy. Integrating traditional healing methods with modern medical practices can lead to development of culturally appropriate healthcare solutions that promote overall well-being and address health disparities. This integration can also foster greater respect for diverse healing traditions and support community health empowerment.
These practices have influenced modern agriculture methods by promoting eco-friendly approaches that minimize environmental impact and ensure long-term food security. The principle of soil fertility, water conservation, and crop diversity from indigenous agriculture have inspired organic farming movements and agroecology practice in the country. The extensive knowledge of medical plants and herbal remedies among indigenous groups like the Mangyan and the Babaylan has contributed to the field of entomology. Researchers have studied traditional healing practice to identify bioactive compounds in plants and development technical product based on indigenous knowledge. The utilization of herbal medicine as an interactive of complementary approach in healthcare has led to integration of traditional healing practice into modern healthcare system. Indigenous community practice in disaster preparedness, such as the ITA community resilience strategies, have informed disaster risk reduction inactive in Philippines traditional warning system, education methods, and local knowledge of natural hazard as being incorporated into disaster management plans and early warning system. The emphasis of community-based resilience, local calming mechanics, and indigenous wisdom in disaster response has enhanced the effectiveness of emergency preparedness and response efforts.